Posh food, all the major supermarkets are at it. Tesco's have got their finest range, Asda has excellence, Sainsbury's has taste the difference, and the list goes on and on. But what about those more budget supermarkets? You know, Aldi and Lidl. Well, guess what? They're getting in on the posh food angle too. So in today's video, I'm going to be eating Nothing But Lidl's Deluxe range for the next 48 hours to see if it's actually any good. But first I had to acquire my food for the next couple of days, so it was off to Lidl to see what they had to offer. Upon entering the store, I was greeted with the bakery and the fresh fruit and veg section, where I was able to find these American style pancakes and some lovely looking strawberries. Perfect for breakfast. Next up, I found myself staring into lunch nirvana as there was ready prepared pasta salad, couscous and the like, but I opted for hog roast sausage rolls and a rather tasty sounding latke soup. Moving through the supermarket on the hunt for something for dinner, I did toy with the idea of steak, but instead opted for the easier all-in-one meal options of pizza in the form of ham, portobello mushroom and mascarpone cheese flavour, and a chicken and pesto flavour pizza. I also found this delicious looking lasagna. I then found myself in the refrigerated and dessert section of Lidl, where I picked up a couple of yogurts for a second breakfast option and treated myself to some delicious looking cheesecake, because you know, why not? All in all, everything I picked up came to just over £35, which I didn't think was too bad at all. So I began day one of this challenge, as I always did, by grabbing myself a coffee and then it was time to settle into some breakfast, and today it would be Lidl's Deluxe American pancakes with a side of strawberries. Deluxe, of course. So there it is, there's my day one breakfast. Giant buttermilk American style pancakes with strawberries. Also, I've had an attempt at displaying the strawberries so it looks nice, the presentation's good. What do you think? I'd give me a 5 out of 10 maybe. Right, so before we try it all together, I'm just going to try one of the strawberries, and I will say they smell like strawberries, which sounds stupid because you'd say, well, of course they do, but sometimes, you know, strawberries don't smell, but these are nice and fragrant. That is a good strawberry. Bodes well. Let's try the pancakes. Now, I did warm the pancakes slightly. Just popped them in the toaster rather than the microwave. I thought they might go a bit soggy if I did them in the microwave. They smell really nice. They smell kind of vanilla-y, and I like vanilla, so that's a good thing. Do they taste any good? It's nice, it's American pancake. Now with the strawberry. See that? Yeah, they taste really nice. I'm impressed. They could do, not gonna lie, I was looking for like some whipped cream or some like deluxe maple syrup or something that I could have put on those, because I had to just put them completely over the top, but they didn't. They did do whipped cream and they did maple syrup, but not deluxe. So I couldn't have them, unfortunately, for this challenge. But that being said, these are nice. Next up, it was lunch and the soup. All right, time for some lunch, and today we're going with the Malaysian-inspired chicken laksa soup. I've never actually had this, but it sounds nice. An exotic chicken and coconut soup with lemongrass and turmeric. I like those things, so hopefully this is nice. It is quite a big soup though, so I'm not actually going to eat it all. I'm just going to decant roughly half of it into a bowl and have that. There we go. Eventually get it open. Okay, smells interesting. Cold soup never looks good, does it? So here we go, 2 minutes in the microwave later, and this is what we're working with. Oh no, soup never looks wonderful, does it? But I do like the flavour of it, and it smells good. So we'll give it a try. Right, so give this a try and try not to get my microphone in the actual soup, because, you know, I mean, it'd probably be worth it for a laugh, but it's nice. The flavour's quite mild. I don't know why, I was expecting it to be a stronger flavour, but you can definitely taste the coconut, and it is chicken soup, so you can see those stringy bits of chicken in there. But the taste's nice. It's probably, to be honest, I've goofed a bit here because the weather's warm at the moment, so soup probably not the best choice for lunch. The flavour's nice, but I don't know if I'm appreciating it as much because it is a bit warm today. Lemongrass. I can taste it. Nice. Would I buy it again? Maybe in winter. And then it was time for tea. Or dinner, depending on which part of the world you're watching this from. And for day one, it was going to be pizza, and I was sharing with the family, so I cooked both the chicken and pesto and the ham and mushroom pizzas, which was great because it meant I got to try 2 different flavours. Alright then, here we go. I've got the pizzas out, and they look and smell pretty great. I think I'm going to go with the ham, mushroom and mascarpone first. Quite a good amount of toppings on there. That's really nice. Got the mascarpone. See it? Nice and creamy. The mushrooms. Ham's smoky. The base is really nice as well, which is good because they made kind of a big deal about that on the box. It is nice. It's very nice. Next up, we've got the chicken pesto and tomato, sun-dried tomatoes, semi-dried tomatoes. Whatever it said. Okay, smaller pesto on there, plenty of chicken from the looks of things. Was all a bit in the middle on this one though, the toppings seem to be a bit centralised, so I've tried to get a bit that represents the whole pizza. Let's go for a bite. Pesto flavour is quite subtle. You know, pesto's quite a strong flavour, sometimes that's all you can taste. But the tomato really comes through. The chicken's nice and there's a good amount of it. And again, same base. Lovely. So yeah, there you go. Both pizzas were really tasty, but I do think that the ham and mushroom was my favourite. Day 2's breakfast would consist of yoghurts and some of the strawberries left over from yesterday. Good morning and welcome to day 2 of only eating Lidl Deluxe for 48 hours. Today I've got strawberries and I've got 2 different yogurts, mainly because I just wanted to try a couple of different ones. So I've got strawberry yogurt today, which has to be the healthiest breakfast I've had in a really long time. So strawberries, we know what we're getting with the strawberries. We had some of those yesterday. They're still delicious. One thing I do want to say about the strawberries is that despite the fact that they're still well in date, a couple of the fruit had actually started to spoil already. So I don't know if that's because they've taken a knock when they've been handled in the shop or something like that, but just something to note. The flavour themselves is very nice, however. Okay, yoghurt. I'm really keen to try. I think I'll start with the lemon. The Sicilian lemon yoghurt. Smells lemony. Give it a quick stir. See, I've separated a bit. Nice and creamy. Oh wow, that is really nice and lemony. Sorry if you can hear my dishwasher in the background, by the way. Yeah, that's lovely if you like lemons. It doesn't taste, I was a bit worried it was going to taste like super artificial, because sometimes, you know, things do, don't they? It tastes very nice, and the yoghurt is really creamy. You know what might be good in that? Strawberry. What if we... Yeah. Right, next up, try this one. Now this is a layered yoghurt, as opposed to just a yoghurt. Looks a bit strange, I'll be honest. Doesn't look the best, but that is just fruit compote. So let's try it. See what we get if we dig down. That yogurt's super creamy, but the flavour of the compote is supposed to be raspberry and passion fruit. I'm getting raspberry, not really getting passion fruit, guys. Getting the tartness of the raspberry, and the yoghurt is really creamy. So if you like that sort of thing, it's nice, but passion fruit, nah. As the morning's breakfast had been a little bit on the lighter side, I decided to treat myself with a cheesecake mid-morning. Right, well, after my rather healthy breakfast of yogurt and strawberries, I thought I'd completely ruin it and have a piece of cheesecake and a cup of coffee mid-morning. Little 11sies, if you will. So I'm going to try this caramelised biscuit and vanilla cheesecake, which comes through on the receipt as saying Biscoff, but I guess they can't call it that because of copyright, etc. We'll see. So this is it out of the packaging. Looks pretty good. Nice thick base, cheesecake, and then you got your topping, your caramelised, definitely not Biscoff. Let's give it a try. Right, the moment of truth. It is very reminiscent of Biscoff, the flavour. I'd say there's probably an even split between cheesecake and base, you know, actual cheesecake and base, with it's quite a good layer of the topping on there. That's really nice. If you like Biscoff and you like cheesecake, that's really nice. The biscuit's crunchy, but not hard. Just the right amount of sweetness. It's very nice. Really enjoying that. And it goes great with coffee, just if you were wondering. Soon it was time for lunch, and lunch was going to be the rather delicious sounding hog roast sausage rolls. Alright, for lunch today I'm going with the hog roast sausage rolls, deluxe of course. And yeah, it reckons, oh my goodness, 14 minutes in the air fryer or 15 minutes in the oven for these. Seems a bit overkill for a sausage roll. You can eat them cold, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crack them open and try one cold first. But I have a feeling these are going to be better warm. But for science, we'll do it like this. They smell hog roasty. It's quite a nice flavour, but I'll tell you right now, they're going to be better warmed up. So I'm going to stick these in the oven. I'll be back in a minute. So this is what they look like after. I've literally given them 5 minutes in the air fryer. Whoever decided that that was going to be 14 minutes is frankly a madman or woman. There we go, that's what we're looking like. Okay, so let's try these. They smell good. As suspected, they're much better hot. You can taste the sausage more flavourful now that it's warm, which you might expect. But also the pastry is just much better now that it's been literally. But by the way, 14 minutes again, I just want to reiterate this. If you do these for 14 minutes in the air fryer, they're going to be cremated, mate. 5 or 6 minutes. That's all they need. Yeah, I really like them, and for £2.29, I think they're pretty good value. I'd buy them again. It was time for dinner, and this evening's meal would be lasagna, and I have to say it came out of the oven looking and smelling amazing. So there we go. There's the lasagna, that's how it's come out. Not quite as thick looking as it does on the packet. Bit of beef to begin with. Flavour's really good. Flavour's really nice. Let's cut a bit off. Try it all together. It's very hot. It's very nice. You can taste the bechamel sauce. Cheese, the pasta. Pasta's nice and tender, but it's not completely fallen apart. It's still held its form. Tomato sauce is rich. You can taste the beef. Very nice. I did just nearly drop it down there. So there you have it. That was my 48 hours of eating only Lidl Deluxe food. Was it worth it? Yeah. I think it was. I mean, you've got to put into perspective how much that food came to. That entire basket of food. And by the way, I'd bought more than enough food because I was not only feeding myself, I was feeding other members of my family as well. Came to £35, including a rather lovely Mediterranean couscous, which I actually didn't include in this video. I was going to do it, but then I ended up with eating the sausage rolls. You know what I mean? But I think for 35 quid, it was a lot of food and the quality was good. Is it going to be as good as Tesco Finest? Is it going to be as good as Sainsbury's Taste the Difference? I don't know yet because I haven't tested them. That's coming up in a future video. So if you want to see that, make sure to get subscribed to the channel. And if you're done here now, you can go and check out this video next.